In a first-of-its-kind case, the family of a Florida defense contractor killed in a November terror attack in Jordan is suing Twitter. The family contends the online social networking service has knowingly allowed groups such as ISIS to use Twitter to spread propaganda, recruit followers, and raise money.
CBS News Justice reporter Paula Reed's been following the case and joins us with more. Paula, good morning.
Good morning.
Tell us about this case to start with. What are the basic facts here?
She's arguing that if it were not for Twitter, that ISIS would not have become what it is, which is arguably the most notorious terrorist organization on the planet. She says Twitter has given them a platform to recruit, inspire, and fundraise. And she and her lawyers argue that under federal law, they've given ISIS material support, and therefore she should be able to collect damages for her husband's death.
What is Twitter saying in response to this?
Twitter says the lawsuit has no merit. They argue that promoting terrorism is against their rules and that they have a team of people who are constantly looking for this type of material, and they'll take care of it on a case-by-case basis. Now, they haven't filed anything official in court, but it is likely that they will try to defend themselves based on laws that protect intermediaries from content that is posted by their users.
What is Twitter actually doing to, if anything, to combat this kind of violent extremism that we're talking about here? I mean, according to the complaint, ISIS sympathizers had an estimated 70,000 Twitter accounts as of December, with at least 79 of those having official ties to ISIS.
Just yesterday, Twitter announced that since mid-2015, they've suspended 125,000 accounts for promoting terrorist activity, mostly related to ISIS. So that was big, and it seems that meeting that a couple weeks ago between top law enforcement officials and tech executives seems like it is bearing fruit.
Well, how serious does the intelligence community take the threats on social media? I mean, do they say this is a primary way of recruitment?
It was so interesting. In talking to law enforcement sources here and in Europe, I was very surprised. I thought they would come out in defense of this widow. But what they said is, look, Twitter is a problem. Certainly, this is how they spread their propaganda, and we are concerned about it. We're also concerned about whether or not Twitter actually has enough people to sufficiently monitor this. But they're much more concerned about face-to-face contact. That is a much more potent way to recruit. You can turn a young person in a matter of weeks. So they are more concerned that Twitter may be used to send signals to people to then go into covert encrypted apps where that one-on-one radicalization takes place. That's really what they're more concerned about.
Is the government, are you aware of the government having conversations with Twitter to try to deal with this?
A couple of weeks ago, there was a meeting, a sort of unprecedented summit between top law enforcement officials and tech executives to discuss this. Post-Paris, post-San Bernardino, it is clear that social media plays a huge role in ISIS's expansion across the globe. So they're trying to come up with ways to serve the interests of their customers, the First Amendment, but also protect people.
Well, you mentioned that, the First Amendment, and it really does seem like Twitter is in a weird space between security and free speech. I mean, obviously, it's an issue that's going to come up more and more.
Absolutely, not just for Twitter, but also for Facebook and all the other social media platforms. And there's no perfect algorithm for identifying people who are sharing this propaganda. So it is a difficult problem, but it seems that, again, that unprecedented meeting a couple weeks ago, it seems that it's bearing fruit.
All right, Paula Reed, thanks so much.